Hi, welcome to my YouTube channel. I don't think I will ever get used to seeing this in person, but I'm so happy you all are here and I'm so happy I decided to give this a chance. And I've always wanted to start YouTube, so I'm really glad that I'm doing it. And today we're going to be talking about my favorite thing in the world, which is planning and digital planning, and in specific, Notion. Notion is an all-purpose planning app which helps you track your entire life, and it's become one of my go-tos when it comes to planning. I feel like it's a place where you can ensure that your entire life is on track, and just being able to see your progress and being able to see how much you're achieving in such little time is absolutely amazing. And creating it can be a little tricky, so I'm going to show you how to create your own Notion. Okay, so Notion is an app on your phone as well as on your desktop. So if you go on your Chrome and whatever Safari and you just search downloading Notion for, say, I have a Mac. So I'll just search that, and it's basically the first tab. As you can see, I've already used it. And the same way you come here, go on download for Mac. I have an Intel processor, so I click this and it downloads, and it's pretty simple. It's like downloading any other app. So when you come on your Notion, you'll have a lot of basic tabs that you can see that will help you understand Notion, although it's very overwhelming. So all you need to do is click the plus button, create a new page. Say I want to create my dashboard, so I will write dashboard, and I don't need anything, so I'm just going to click enter, which means I have an empty page. Otherwise I can pick any of these things. I can even go through their templates. They have an amazing list of templates. They have a lot of things. They have from class notes to habit trackers to personal things like your to-do lists and your journals. They have a huge series of templates, but let's start with something very basic. Let's say you want to track your habits. You go here and they have a bunch of things you can use. You can add a quote, you can add a to-do list, you can change things to headings. They have a lot of features. Notion is also a shareable app. Like I said, I food track with my best friend, so it's an automatically synced app, which is very cool. So that way I can mention someone in case I share a page with them. The same way, if I want to create a habit tracker, I go on a table inline. Inline basically means that it's going to be completely visible on this page. If I instead choose to create a normal table, it will come as a separate page that I can click to and go here. See, if I go to table full page, it comes as a separate page, right? Which I don't need right now. So I'm just going to delete it. So here, if I tracking my habits, this can be the day. The title is unchangeable, so this will be the day. I can go here, say I want to add the date, so I'll write date. Instead of adding the text, I'll obviously add the date. And yeah, you have the whole calendar. You can add whatever you want. If I want to track my habits, I obviously need a checkbox, so I'll come here, I'll go to checkbox and say I'm tracking whether I work out. So I'll write workout, and on Wednesday, if I did my workout, I just tick it. And the same way you can track multiple habits using the same method. So that's your habit tracker. Then in case I want to add a calendar, all of it is very here. It's entirely user friendly. You can see whatever you need. So the calendar is here. This is the full page one. I'm going to use the inline one so that I can actually use it. Let's say this is for my events. So in case I want to add an event for the 3rd of July, I just add it saying I have a meeting. And then if I want to tag it, I can tag it and write work. And I can use these tags over and over again. Say if I have work, or if it's a personal thing, or if I have a meeting. All of these tags you can use as many times as you block an event on your calendar. Then if I want to create the to-do list that I created, you can basically just go on creating a board, which is a Kanban board. And although I'll add the templates, if I can, in the description box below, so you can use all of my templates, but in case you want to do it yourself, this is the not started, in progress, completed. I also have a habits tab since I track my habits, which is very useful. It goes on ad groups and habits. Yeah, so if I have a task I have to start, say I have to journal, And when it's in progress, I put it in progress. When it's completed, I put it in completed. And this no status bar is basically so that I can put the things that I've done, or you can also delete them after you're done with the day. This is just a daily thing. To add a weekly view, you can just use my template. The same way, I feel like everything is very basic. It's a very, very, very user-friendly app, and even though they have so many features, it can come across as extremely overwhelming. Once you get the hang of it, you can basically flesh out your whole life on one app. There are so many apps that I just don't use anymore, like basic to-do lists, or I used to use an app called Bear for my writing. I still love it. I fully publicize it, but I just don't need it anymore. Even my Apple Notes, I feel like my whole life was on it, but now I don't really need it because Notion. And the best part is that it's also on my phone. So at night, if I don't want to open my laptop to input a habit, I can always just go and do it on my phone. And they have so many things that you can manage so easily. Like for me, even things like tracking my food and planning out my content, all of that was something that I just didn't do because it was so much effort to do it on paper and constantly create tables, and I felt like it was a waste. Although why I don't bullet journal anymore is a completely different video. Just digital planning is something I feel like I can take with me wherever I go, which is a huge, huge plus point for me. So I would highly recommend that you build your Notion. And I know that it feels very daunting and it feels like you don't have enough things to put in, but once you start doing it, I feel like everything in your life flows so seamlessly because you have a platform where you can track it. Okay, so this is my dashboard. This is where all of the magic happens. This is basically the first page I come to early in the morning. And as you all know, it's July, so I have a July plan backlinked here. And basically, this is all the books I have to read, what my mini goals are, how I plan to achieve them. And yeah, that's my review for June, which I put in here. And it's basically the same reset that I had you all do. And then I go back to my dashboard where I have a really nice quote and obviously the weather, which I'll tell you how to input. You basically do it using another app. You don't have to do it, but still it's pretty cool. Then for the bad days, I have this little motivation page that really helps me. I use it way more than I actually should. And then I have daily rituals, which is basically my morning ritual and my night ritual, which are also here, but this is just in case I want to change something or switch it up. And I have a song which is Animal Crossing ka, the theme song, but it's pretty cool. I really like it. It's like a vibey thing that I use every morning. Then I have my main 5 goals for the month. I have my bucket list. And then, as you guys know, I'm moving to Bombay, so I have a list of the things I want for my house and just a general dream board for the way I want my house to look. Then I have a content planning thing. Most of it is a surprise, so I can't really show it to you, but this is Instagram and this is YouTube. And with my Instagram, I have a post schedule, which is a table, and then I have some planning. And then with my projects, I also have the June thing, which you already saw, which is basically a review, and it's everything that I put in, I did in June. I just shoved it in here so that I could start fresh with July. Then my July plan, which is an ongoing project, which you already saw. And then I have my chanting. I'm into Buddhism, but that's a whole other video. And then I have my to-do list with to begin, in progress, habits, and done. Basically, you can move things around, and it also has a weekly feature, which is pretty cool in case I want to move things around during the weeks or for the next week or something that I haven't yet planned but I want to do it eventually. Then I have a habit tracker. Since it's only July has just started, I only have it for the first 7 days, but these are my habits that I'm tracking: the hours I sleep, the time I sleep. Then I'm doing an 80 days of chanting challenge, and I chant twice a day. So this is me tracking that. The same way I do an 80 days of yoga challenge, which I'm also tracking. I also track my water. It's a little overwhelming, but you guys can just start from something you really like and move on to things that you feel like I will serve you. Then I have my calendar for June and for July. And then I move on to the next page, which is life. This is basically a very personal window. I just use it to track my visions, to track my goals, to make sure that I'm doing as much as I can to make sure that my mental health is in check. This is something I wrote, most of you read it, but I'm sure everything will be okay. It's like a little snippet. And then I write one thing I love about myself every day, the same way I write one thing I love about the world every day, which is amazing because I feel like it helps me look at new things and find new things. Then I journal every day using prompts. So I have those prompts right in place in case I need them. And then I have my brain dump, which I'm not gonna open, but it's basically just like a page completely empty. I just dump my thoughts into it whenever I need it. Then I have this thing called secret shifters, which are basically like a personal window that I go to when I feel like my mood is very low and I feel like I need to raise my frequency. And it's basically just really happy pictures and things that bring me joy that I can think about. And that's also linked in my favorites in case I really need it. Then I have to-do lists. I have a reset day and a self-care day to-do list because I need a lot of reset days. Then I had anxiety, it's gotten much better, but this is like a coping thread, and it's basically all the things I do when I feel anxious to curb it. The same way I have a self-care triple day to-do list. Whenever I have a long weekend, I make sure I use it for self-care. I work with like priorities. Then I have the reset for the month, and this is basically that. Then when I move to planning, I have 4 PDFs that all from different YouTubers and different social media influencers that have really helped me, from building habits to creating a routine I really love. These are all PDFs. I have 2 recipes, my brownies and my chocolate chip recipes, and the same way I have another monthly reset here. Then I have my gratitude that I write every single day. It's only been 2 days, but I wrote it all through June. And then I'm manifesting my clear skin and it's gotten much better. So I have my affirmations for that. I have general affirmations, and then I have my 3, please don't ask me why I have 3 vision boards. And then I write. And I wanted to make sure that Notion is an app where I'm able to track everything instead of it being just a digital planner. It's basically my entire work life and my personal life integrated into just one app, and it's completely eradicated the use for so many apps that I used to have. So these are basically all my writings that I've ever done, and every time I need to add something, I just come here and create a new page. I have a morning routine and I checklist it the same way I have a night routine and I checklist it. I'm also tracking my food with my best friend. I don't calorie track, I just make sure I track what I'm eating. And that was my Notion review, my Notion explanation, and you getting an insight into what my Notion looks like. Thank you so much for watching. I'm so happy you guys are here today, and I am going to post a new video every single week. So subscribe if you like me and if you like my videos, and I can't wait to see you again.